When you say number one, you're telling people what you do for yourself. Most of the strategies people will teach you now is what they copied and pasted from somebody's last mastermind. But adding value in content doesn't work. How many of y'all been creating value but it's not showing up as money? So now you built a business because you were the best at what you do, but you're not the best at content. So social media is now taking away from the business. All that's number one. Your brand does not entitle their money. You earn the right to be paid by your ability to work for free for people who will eventually pay. When I sit and I prepare, I plan, I read an entire book to answer one question for my clients. I earned it. Guys, this same stuff that you're using in a multitude of ways, this could be used sales presentations, this could be used in a video sales letter, this could be used in a website, this could be used in copy and emails. You can use this in a multitude of ways to communicate your value add to people. Does it make sense? So when you're thinking of this, just organize it in your head. When you say number one, you're telling people what you do for yourself. Does everybody understand it? Number one is always what you do for yourself. If Smitty, 7 figures, 8 figures, funding business, how I'm able to generate leads and clients to make money, boom. How I'm able to access grants, find grants, get the money, and boom, boom, boom. Number two is what you do for your clients. If you find yourself being wordy, just organize it in your head that way. Whenever you say number one, you're talking about what you do in business. Under clarify. Whenever you say number two, you're talking about what you do for your clients. When you say number three, you're just highlighting things that you can provide, that you provide in your offer that you can make available to them. So if number one, show you how to save on tax, show you how I was able to work for the top firm, learning strategies that corporations are using to not pay any taxes. Number two, show you how I've been able to help my clients save over $100 million in taxes. And number three, give you access to the same strategy that Donald Trump and several other corporations are able to do to not pay any taxes, so you're not having to be, I love what you said, 60-40 partners with the IRS where they get 60%, but you do all the working. Is that fair to make that available for you all so you have the same strategy that corporations have? That's number three. And then the number four is where you are framing why you don't want everybody in the room, who it's not for, why they should stay, why some of them won't pay attention. Is that clear enough for everybody? Yeah. Everybody has that? Yes. Just write this statement down because this is going to set us up for after lunch. How the heck do you get out of clarify into teaching? Anybody wonder, like, how I get out of this? How you get to your good stuff and start teaching? Sure. Could, but you can say, okay, let's get started. It's framing to them that what you did before was not the start of what you're doing. When you do this, it allows you to create here's why. Most of your tones is going to change, or you're going to have a pause and feel uncomfortable when you move from that to teaching. So by adding that statement, okay, let's get started, gives you a second to get yourself together, look at your notes, go to whatever you're going to teach, whatever that slide is. Okay, so here's what I'm going to go into, the 3 ways to get access to funding. Here's what I'm going to teach you today. My exact system to land your first client in.
So this is the transition.
Yep.
That transition you're saying is that.
Okay, let's get started.
Is that, so this is what I'm talking about, you'll put your phones on do not disturb, da da da.
Yep. Well, I mean, that could be in Connect, but in that transition, okay, let's get started. It's a quick statement that you can change voice, etc. Okay, let's get started. That's a quick transition into it. And there are several things, guys. I'm going to say it again. What you have is a great script, but it's the alphabets. Make whatever words you want. Add to it. Make it your own. Keep those 4 things, but if you want to add to it, you're like, should I put a story right there? If you want. If it works, but don't do anything that doesn't help the sale. Don't go too long. So if a story is there, it needs to support something else that you're going into. Make sense? Now, sometimes I'll embellish one part. Sometimes when I do number 2, what I do for my clients, I do a story very quick. Sometimes when I do number 3, I make them the full offer. But it's quick, concise statements. I'll show you what it looks like. Can everybody tell, I'm not using notes on this. I've done it enough times where it's muscle memory, right? So and then I can dance in a bunch of different spaces with it. So if I'm going, number one, I want to show you the exact thing that I'm doing currently to make money. Who in the world would want somebody to show them how to fix VCRs when don't nobody use them no more? Most of the strategies people are teaching you now is what they copied and pasted from somebody's last mastermind. So I want to show you, now that the game has changed, what is the exact strategy we do? We actually just made a pivot in our business. See how it's still number one, but I'm making, what are we doing now? What isn't working? Before, anybody remember, everybody was like, all you gotta do is just create content and add value. Anybody heard that before? Add value? Y'all gotta play along, because you've heard all this stuff. We ready? Yes. And add value. But adding value in content doesn't work. How many of y'all been creating value, but it's not showing up as money? So now, you built a business because you were the best at what you do, but you're not the best at content. So social media is now taking away from the business. Oh, that's number one. So I'm gonna show you how I'm able to never go live, do this, and still do this, to make money. Is that okay with you all? Boom. Now, sometimes, very sparingly, depending on the room, depending on if it's live, etc., I'll ask, is it okay if I'll show you what it was like when I made my first month making 5 figures? Now, this presentation I'm doing right now is normally 5-figure months presentation. So that's why I say, is it okay if I show you what it was like first month I made 5 figures? This, when I do it, is directly pointed at the person that's at the early stages. But my story also needs to point to a person who's already making 5 figures. And when I say it, they think it's not for them, because when they hear 5 figures, they're thinking $10,000. So I always say, how many of you in here, when you hear me say 5 figures, you're thinking 10,000? Why do you think from the bottom? 5 figures is anywhere from 10,000 to $1 shy of 100,000. So it's a system that allows you to produce anywhere from 10 to $1 shy of $100,000 a month, which is $1 million a year. Now I got you too. See how I'm hitting every last one of them with these quick statements under number one. Now, you'll probably wonder, how do you know when you do it? You gotta feel it. When you really in your zone, when you really do the work, like what we're doing today. As long as I've been doing this stuff, as long as I've been teaching, I was up last night at 3 a.m. I got 17 different presentations for y'all. I don't know which one I'm gonna use. And they all in my head. I'm still gonna prepare like I'm just getting started. And based on the feeling of the room, the disconnect, so I'm saying for all of you all, we can wrap up right here and go to lunch, because I don't want to go through all this. Is it okay to coach you all for a moment? Yeah. I know y'all make a whole lot of money, but you're in the room because you trust me. Is it okay to coach you for a second? Yes. Please, family, do not have entrepreneurial entitlement. You are not entitled to grown people's hard-working money because you've been doing this business this long. Your brand does not entitle their money. You earn the right to be paid by your ability to work for free for people who will eventually pay you. When I sit and I prepare, I plan, I read an entire book to answer one question for my clients. I earn their money. I always tell y'all before a session, hey, here's what I'm praying over y'all. Here's what I'm thinking. It's already on my calendar, a time of the day. When I heard every one of you all, it was on February 17th. I have the dates that I think you asked me on February 17th, man, is there like a script or a framework or a template? Because with my webinar, I used a template. My team gave it to me and I read it before I came. I know the date you asked it to me. So I said, let me create scripts. I earned the right to be paid. There ain't no entrepreneurial entitlement. It is how do you earn people's money? Because when you show up in a room, you've already earned their money. Every time I don't feel like doing it, but do it anyway. Every time, like some of us got to go back to, what did we feel like before we were rich? Are we in alignment? If you believe in karma or reaping what you sow, not what you did in the past, but are you still reaping millions? Are you still working and earning people's money, or is it, man, they cheap? Y'all, don't forget this. Our offers are $5, $10, $20, $30,000. My partner went to prison over $4,700 Chevy. It's people still doing penitentiary chances over $5,000, and we call that our low ticket. Like, it's a reframe of an entrepreneurial entitlement to say people have done $1 million days, 6-figure days, right? Is that accurate? Most of them 6-figure days, $1 million days, etc. That number is made up of groups of people who took money out of their household to invest in us. I hope you are enjoying this. I'm telling you, this is only a few minutes out of 2 8-hour days. Think about 16 hours of training. And what's amazing about what we do, There is no place that I found that teaches business owners and entrepreneurs how to speak in a way that grows their brand, their business, and their bank account. Now, there are a ton of speaker programs, but very few that are for business owners, because business owners aren't speaking for hand claps and applause. We're speaking with the hopes of growing our business. So if I said, hey, I want to invite you on a podcast, you want to come on the podcast in hopes of getting more followers, more brand visibility, more business. Well, I want to invite you to get access to Entrepreneur Speaker. It is the only speaker training specifically for business owners who want to grow their brand, business, and bank account. You get access to learning how to speak without notes, how to organize in your head, how to present from stage. You learn storytelling, how to master telling your story in a way that sells for you. You learn my subtle selling system, and you also learn how to sell via masterclass, webinar, or challenge. So in the description below, you will get access to that. I cannot wait to see you at the next Entrepreneur Speaker. Let's get back to the episode. If you approach them moments like that, you gonna earn them folks money, and it's gonna be a level of truth that reaches people and serves people in a way that I realize when people pay me, I'm reaping what I sow. The best possible place for people to spend their money is with me, because if they hire somebody else, they hire it wrong. No one's gonna work harder, no one's gonna serve them more, no one's gonna make more adjustments, no one's gonna show up, no one's gonna hear your feedback and say, all right, let me sit and write scripts to 3 in the morning to make sure that every part of what we do today has a script tied to it. Next week is a shoot day. Although we got Entrepreneur Speaker next Thursday and Friday to film videos for you all with some of this stuff in there and to write scripts. That means my weekend is given to y'all and you already paid me. That's what we got to go back to. No more entrepreneurial entitlement. What you're noticing now, it ain't the economy. It's deep empathy, high skill. How much do you care and how good are you at what you do will determine how much money we make moving forward. All right.